Hello. Today we're going to be discussing figurative language. It is September the 16th, 2020. In today's objective, I will recognize and describe how an author's use of imagery and figurative language, such as similes and metaphors, impact the reader. We will identify figurative language within a passage to show our understanding and increase our comprehension. So let's get to the basics. What is figurative language? Figurative language is words or expressions that mean something different from their dictionary definition. Figurative language can also be considered language that is used in an unexpected way in order to create special effect. An author will sometimes want you to connect with the reading. They will want you to understand just how hot something is or just how cold something is. And so they'll use things like it is hot as the sun or it is cold like ice. And in doing that, it allows you as the reader to understand just what the character is experiencing. So some common examples of figurative language include simile, metaphor, personification, and hyperboles. So looking at our anchor chart here, if you would like to take a moment and pause the video, you can take the time to write these into a journal so that you have them with you. These are the 4 types of figurative language that you will be discussing and identifying while reading your text. First of all, over here, we have the simile. A simile is a comparison of 2 things using like or as. So you must have this word in the sentence in order for it to be a simile. Your 2 examples are Javier is as strong as an ox. You hear the word as. Xavier is as strong as an ox. We also have right here, as sweet as pie. Do you hear the most important words, like or as? We also have a metaphor. A metaphor is a comparison of 2 things by saying one thing is another thing. Our 2 examples would be the car was a baking oven in the hot sun. Now, did the car really become an oven, or is that just explaining to you how hot the car really was when someone had to get in to drive it? We also have, he was a busy bee. Now, I don't know anybody that turns into a bee, but I know lots of teachers that have been running around the schoolhouse trying to get things put together so that we can have a successful school year. So they appear to be busy flying around like little bees, getting things done. Over here we have personification. I love personification because it's interesting to hear how kids put things together. But personification gives human qualities or characteristics to animals or objects. So these things really can't do what they're saying they're doing, but it can give us an idea so we can visualize it. Our example would be, the leaves danced their way through the lawn. Over here, obviously leaves don't typically dance, but if you ever watch leaves on a windy day and they kind of float across the ground, or they turn, or they look like they're doing cartwheels, some people would say they're dancing their way through the lawn. Also over here with the boat, it says our little boat skipped over the waves. A boat doesn't have legs, but that kind of gives you an idea of how the boat moved through the water. That's personification. Humans will skip and humans dance. So we're giving the leaves the ability to dance and the boat the ability to skip. The last one we have is hyperbole. Hyperbole is an exaggeration usually used for dramatic effect or to make people laugh. We use these a lot in our everyday language. So our 2 examples are, I have a million things to do today. And you probably feel like that right now. But do you really have a million things to do? Maybe you just have a really long list of things to do, but not typically a million. So another example is I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I don't know about you, but I'm not literally going to eat a horse, but I may eat a whole lot of food after I go a long period of time without any food. So those are the 4 types of figurative language. Again, if you would like to take a moment, pause the video so that you can write your examples down with the 4 types of figurative language in your journal, that would be awesome. Okay, so remember, a simile uses the word like or as. So simile and metaphor are going to compare 2 things. They're going to, and the simile is going to use the word like or as, a metaphor will not. Okay, and also remember that figurative language can help you better appreciate an author's writing and connect to the characters and places by understanding exactly how they feel in that moment or exactly what they're experiencing. So now, after viewing the video, be sure to read the story and follow the directions that your teacher has placed in the task box before submitting your completed assignments. Thank you for joining me, and y'all have a wonderful day.